Resources it's gone really downhill. Really downhill. It's always been multicultural in this area. Lots of things have disappeared. Lots and and community spirit.
Lots of resources, don't you, with buildings like a small restaurant. It's good for employment side,
but it's not
on the side.
Local businesses and that is squeezed out of a lot hard. Even your specialist Asian shop.
It's like, I only really come in to shop and obviously go out. And I think it's a bit far out for anything else, unless you live like fits my area. So, I know a couple of people from this place who were there for lunch. So obviously it's people's different tastes.
All the activity, all the retail activity that happens on the wicker, is people actually coming specifically to there. They're not. It's not as though they're walking around the corner from their flat or their house. There's just no residential activity around here anyway.
Whatever you want, if you want a fresh yam, you'll be able to get it here. You'll be able to get it here at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is 24 hours. And cheap.
Big businesses.
Squeeze it out.
The ring road. Do you think that sort of changed the area or had much of an effect on it?
I suppose it's made it more bypassed, obviously.
Yeah,
but it was dying anyway, I would say, really. It's very much specialist in eating places.
Spoilt, this particular section of the wicker, from the wicker arches upwards, it's completely spoilt because you just can't get through. You don't see half as many people as you used to because everybody has to go right round 18 miles out of the way. Whereas, before people were up and down all the time. It was buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Now it's ruined it.
All the traffic and just the dirt. I'd like to forget all of that and just have it nice and clean, not so much cars parked everywhere. And I think it would be a lot nicer.
Do you think that's...
You can't get nowhere near it. We've had several meetings here because it's like a central venue and there's lots of people who just can't get access to it because it's so complicated. You just can't do it.
Too busy. Too busy, too noisy. It's horrible to get to in the car.
Would you say?
I don't like it. I just think it's dirty and it's just not very pleasant to look at, basically.
Whatever happens along here, because you're restricted to actually putting residential accommodation to higher level, means that you're going to have to create commercial activity at ground level. So there's going to be a lot of available commercial space. So initially, at least, I don't think they would put any pressure on the weekend. Yes, there are other activities as well. It's not just the retail, but the various church groups and other things that happen. But again, come here late in the evening, as I will be tonight, and you'll see the roads full of cars of people that have driven here to attend the church or the Christian centre next door, or or whatever. There's even things like I know there's a former warehouse type shed over there somewhere, and you hear people practicing music in there. It's not as though they're just...
I just associate it with Sheffield, really. It feels like, Twicker, it feels like Sheffield.
Good character.
Yes. It had more, obviously, like old town centres, but I like it.
What facilities do you think are needed?
I need some decent restaurants other than kebab shops. I like kebabs, don't get me wrong.
Of course, they attract a lot of people from up the hill there, Pitsmoor and that area. I don't see that any future development along here is actually going to be particularly pertinent to the existing up there. I don't think that's how the council see this. I'm not saying that they're going to look at providing for a particular ethnic group or anything.
It's not to say as a friend, but they are like, for us, they are customers. And we talk to the Caribbean the same way we talk to the Indian, to the Pakistani, to the other communities, so to the English. But to make a friend, I mean, like myself, I mean, I don't have many friends there. I know a few people, but it's not to go out to meet or whatever. But they just like, they're not close friends, they are friends, but not really close.
What are the types of people that become a member and what brings them here?
People. Well, it's African Caribbean initially.
Yeah.
We have a daycare centre which belongs to us, and that is, if we run along the corridor, you'll be able to see it, a little bit of it anyway. We have a library. There's a library space that has reference books. We have a computer suite, so people can come and email, Google, download, upload. All the facilities, watch the steps. We have catering facilities. So we do things like weddings, christenings, funerals, all those sort of things, parties.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have just little rooms. I think they're all locked, so I'm not going to even go in there. So we have a TV room, we have a games room. We can perhaps pop upstairs and see the sewing room.
I'm sure it will be very much along the same lines as other developments that have happened in the city centre, but they're going to be, the location here is going to be the selling point, I think. And I wouldn't be surprised if what does eventually happen here ends up being quite exclusive.
I do think that obviously, you know, I don't know about it being a clique, but certain backgrounds have already got different ideas. You know, obviously they come from a foreign country where they're taught differently. You know, their standards are different to ours. The way that they communicate with each other. Yeah. You know, and you know, and even to that extent, you know, the dialect and the tone of the voice and as well. You know, that also adds to it. You know, when you're speaking to somebody, you know, you might sound as if they're being aggressive back towards you, and actually they're not. It's just their tone of voice.
I started. I've been 20 years. 40 years. Yeah. And I've worked in fashion, making things, and I used to work as, you know, as sergeants, referred to it,
We've used La Peur and Kebabish, yeah.
La Peur's good, isn't it?
Yeah, La Peur is good, and Kebabish is a good careers.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it cheap?
It's very good, yeah, it's good, yeah. It's alright, and you see a lot of Asian people there, sort of. It obviously does a good job, I think.
Yeah. In the evening, it's really busy. The food shops are really busy.
The food shops are busy in the evening, but not everybody comes down in the evening. Especially if you've got a family.
Yeah.
You can't be saying, Mum's going to run down to fast food place and leave her children at home if kids can't go into the place, you know what I mean? So
I think like Kebabish and places like that, it's usually family, it's like really busy for the Asian family. I think they're quite... You know, they use it quite a lot.
They do use it quite a lot.
Especially, I mean, I think you notice it as well after Eid, you know, when they break the fast. Yeah. All the shops are totally...
I don't know, I guess I'd like to see less of these takeaway places because I think they just put a dampener on it. They just make it look horrible. All these fast food places. I don't really know what I'd suggest to make it better, but I would like to see less of them around.
Because I think people go into the different shops just to try the variety of foods and things like that.
Best.
And because they're all newish as well, since the floods, they've all become quite refurbished, haven't they? So they're all quite new and upgraded sort of thing. So
you know what you like, young people want to try. And then if they like that one.
It's nice to get people together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I suppose we like to socialise, don't we? The way that we exchange, I don't know, those good qualities that we have. So any excuse to come together, to meet, and to just...
I wouldn't be very brave walking down there at night.
Okay.
Why do you think that
I think it's got a bad reputation, really. I think for, you know, lots of people knocking around, haven't had more drink than they can take, and my age would probably protect me because these youngsters tend to get thumped, but now and again, you know. So yeah, I'd be wary.
I think being in a city centre, you've got an awful lot of children that come with, you know, racist groups and, you know, gangs and so on like that. And you do pick it up at such an early age with 3- and 4-year-olds especially. So it's about sort of stomping that out so that that's not the main issue when a child gets to 5-year-old. It's not, you know, we've got to get aggressive with someone and you know, that's my group, that's their group, sort of thing.
I don't know about crime, but I know there has been in the past. I don't know about now though.
Why do you think that is, like, in this area?
I don't know, I suppose it's just a bit out of the town centre, although the town centre can be dangerous, I know. And it can be a bit isolated, you know, certainly if you were wandering around these streets, I wouldn't fancy my chances, really.